Homebrew Boros Portal combo. I just made this deck earlier today or last night, but I posted the video today, and it was kind of a casual thing, kind of just for fun. But after I play tested it a little bit more, I couldn't lose, so I decided I would try it out in ranked, where I absolutely smoked Esper Legends, and that is like a top tier deck right now. The guy was playing very well, and I got a second portal to Phyrexia onto the board after he almost stabilized, and I just blew him out. There was this beautiful interaction between Mishra's command and Fable the Mirror Breaker. The Fable flipped, and then I hasted it and killed his Wandering Emperor for just 3 mana. Mishra's command deal 2 damage to the Emperor and haste my Reflections of Kiki-Jiki, and then with the hasted Kiki-Jiki, make a copy of Sanctuary Warden, draw a card when it comes in, draw a card when it attacks, get in for 5, make 2 tokens. It was a lot. And so, since the video I posted yesterday and this version, the only things I've changed is that I've crafted 2 more Invoke Justices, and I've taken out 2 Repairs and Recharge. This is just a better card because it hits permanents. This one is limiting because it only hits artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalkers. I think it's fine having 4 spells that have 4 white manas. The only 5 lands we have in total are these 4 mountains and this one Sokenzan that that doesn't produce white. Everything else does produce white. We have these farmhands to search for it. So, almost mythic. Maybe this will be the deck to get us there. Let's see. I don't know about you guys, but personally, when I play a deck too much, I get a little bit sick of playing it, and I just want to do some, different stuff for fun. And that's where this deck came from. It was just like, alright, I've been playing a lot of competitive decks in the ranked ladder. Let me make some sort of fun combo. I guess it's normal, you know. Repetition will get boring eventually. Talk about this hand here. Definitely was a good keep. A little bit slow, but you have a lot of interaction now. Opponent gets to draw 1 card off his Yawgmoth. It could be a little bit bad if, you know, he just hits us with a removal spell, gets his Yawgmoth back, draws another card off the underdog getting in. Yeah, it happens. It happens. We kept 3 lands and we drew none. This could be the MTGA algorithm saying, well, you just won a game, so you don't really deserve to win another one. It's funny because it's trying to land screw me, but it gave me the farmhand, who essentially will act as a land. Nice try, MTGA. I don't actually know whether or not it's trying to land screw me, but I do think there's a good chance that's a real thing, where if you win too many games in a row, they say, okay, it's time you lose, and then you just get a game where you draw no lands, no matter what. I mean, don't get me wrong, it definitely does happen that you start with 3 lands and you never draw 1, but it feels like it always happens after I get a couple wins. I think I'll discard the Repair and Recharge. It's just the worst reanimation spell, right? I could just discard the Wandering Emperor, but I mean, it's cheaper to just cast than to reanimate. So that's fine. I'm gonna chump here. It stops opponent from drawing 1 card when the Yawgmoth triggers. Hopefully he plays another creature out. And then we depopulate. Yes, sir. In a bit of a tricky spot. We're down to 11. Mono black aggro is very quick. we want to draw more lands here. Maybe the portal would be good. I think the portal would be our best draw. We have 4 of them. Could hit it. Odd. Tough, but it'll be the Cathar. Okay, we'll just pass and leave up the Wandering Emperor. Exile the Tenacious Underdog when it attacks. He won't get his card draw. Oh, he invoked Despairs. Well, I'm not taking 6 and letting him draw 3 cards. Really sad, but I'll lose a lot there.
Don't overthink.
I'm going to keep the Battleforge in hand here to discard to the Lily. Although Lily will probably -2 us. Just in case. But that's probably lethal for opponent, right? Or to blitz Tenacious Underdog, and then if he has 3 mana, he turns the Sleeper into a 3/3. And that's Xaxes. Good game, opponent, good game. I mean, it is a combo deck. It'll happen where you don't hit your combo. We definitely should have hit 1 of the 7 bombs that we have to reanimate. But like I said, it won't happen every time. Not a big deal. Starting off with a loss. I wonder if I could have played differently early game. Maybe I made a mistake depopulating when I did. I don't think so though. I mean, he had a wide board. I hit 3 creatures with it. The Lily did a bit of work. Okay. It's in the past. Gotta stop thinking about that one and think about how to win this one. We got 3 lands and a Fable. This is one of those hands that has the potential, has a discard piece and a reanimation piece. So if in the first 2 turns we draw one of the 7 big things that we discard to reanimate, we can have a turn 4 Invoke Justice. Turn 4 because the Fable will make a treasure token. A bit of a slow hand again, but with a combo deck like this, where you start slow, but end up with a huge bomb on turn 4, it turns out that it's not that slow, you know? This turn 4 bomb will usually stabilize. Okay, there it is. I mean, it's not the best of the bombs, it's probably the worst of them, but it's still good, like, it'll do, donkey, it'll do. It would be even better if we drew Portal to Phyrexia right now. Luckily, Esper Legends does not play counterspells, typically, in a typical list. I'm sure there are some madmen that play counterspells in all their decks. Why does he attack with the... Oh yeah, right, because he could connive it. I'm like, oh, what is he doing? God, Portal would be the best draw ever here. I'd make him sack both of his things. Okay. Bend the Warden, and this recharge, since we have 2 reanimate spells already. We'll attack, make the token. Come on, opponent, you don't want to block, take the damage. Good man, opponent. Take off a shield counter. Okay. Let's think about our best draws. Potentially lands? Or... Mishra's... What's it called? Mishra's Command to give Reflections haste. I think we have to hit some lands to get our way to Farewell. Otherwise we might be in some good trouble here. I think I just exiled the Raffine right now before it attacks again. You have to do this on your turn, because, of course, the Wandering Emperor only hits tapped creatures with the -2. And if I wait till the Raffine taps again, he gets to connive. And conniving bad for us. If we top deck a land, we get to Farewell after we attack with the Goblin Shaman. We can always reanimate the Wandering Emperor as well with Invoke Justice. Okay. We really want to Farewell. Don't manage. We don't manage to pull it off. What am I gonna do here? I think we'll play defensively. We'll work towards our Farewell next turn. We can afford to take 5 in the air. If opponent has something to do more damage than that, we could just lose, but if that happens, right? Just go like that. Put one of the juicy reanimate spells in the graveyard. And we'll pass the turn. And we have Reflections up to make a chump blocker. Copy the Farmhand, go get another Plains, guarantee that we have 6 mana to Farewell next turn. Copy the Farmhand, get the Plains. Hopefully we see opponent play his hand out and go wide. chooses not to. Maybe he's holding up Urtai. That would be brutal, right? If we played Farewell into Urtai. I think we would just lose right there. I'm thinking about doing Brutal Cathar, and then I have 3 mana, and I can make a treasure, 4 mana. What can I do with 4 mana to keep me alive? I need to create a flying blocker. Or I need to exile the Dawnstar. Because if I Brutal Cathar and he has Urtai, we're in the same boat, right? It's the same boat as Farewell. Kind of feels like it's just a risk I have to take. Or what if I Brutal Cathar and then I have the mana to transform the Farmhand? I could gain 3 life. And then gaining 3 life puts the Dawnstar not on lethal. I think that's the line we'll try to take. The problem is he doesn't have to Urtai now. He can Urtai anytime he wants, really. Like he could do it on my end step to kill the Cathar, because it's flexible, right? It has the option of countering or destroying a creature. Turn up to 1 target spell to its owner's hand. Okay. Like we're okay. We could just recast it now. It was the right move. If we played the Farewell instead of the Cathar, that happens and then we're tapped out. Now we get rid of the Dawnstar. Get in for 3. Making the token. Ooh, that was close. But I think we got him now, guys. I was playing against Urtai, but this is the same thing. Pretty much. Paid off. Paid off to play around a counterspell. There's the Urtai after all. Okay, so he targets the Cathar. In response, do I make a copy of it? Sucks that the copy won't be able to hit. I think I just let it go. There's nothing good I want to hit with the copy anyways. Make one of these fellas. Get one of the last basic lands we have. One left in the deck. And we'll block this, and like this. Take no damage. And now we've set ourselves up to Farewell turn. That's good. Opponent protecting his board state. No cards in hand. I think I actually have lethal in the air. I was gonna board wipe with Farewell, but we have 5, 6, 7 mana. Oh, wait, I'm 1 short? I'm 1 mana short. I could Mishra's Command for... Sorry, I could play Sanctuary Warden for 6 and then pay 1 mana to give it haste. And then that's 5 damage in the air, and if I had 1 more mana to make a copy of it, it would be lethal. This is an 8/8 trample, however. It does not have haste, but we could do that, okay. Okay, we got him. 5 mana for the Cityscape Leveler. Target myself. Yeah, all the counters there. And 1 mana to give our boy haste. 1 damage to that, 1 haste to that. And we attack with all. And we will destroy one of the blockers. That's not the Dawnstar. There we go. We figured it out. Still kind of new to piloting this deck. I think it's like my 7th or 8th game with it in total. But hey, we got him. -10. GG. And now we're dangerously close to Mythic again. Just 2 wins away. Okay, Will. I need this W, my friend. Man, this hand is slow. Like, it's just good enough to keep, but if it's mono red, we could be in trouble. Uh-oh. Okay, Jeskai control. So probably playing a similar deck to us, since the algorithm loves to match you against similar decks. Hey, if you guys have noticed that whenever you play a certain style of deck, the algorithm puts you up against those kinds of decks, let me know. Because seriously, I really think this is a real thing, but I don't see many people talking about it. I have seen a post before on the MTGA Reddit where people were saying that in regular play, but not in ranked, that happens. I feel that definitely happens in ranked. Like, I switched up to a control deck, and every game we've played against control. This feels like more than a coincidence to me. I hate playing Brutal Cathar with no targets, but I think it's the right play here. Doing nothing while opponent draws cards feels not very good. Is this better to play than play with fire? Uh-oh. Oh, thought I lost internet. System will be entering maintenance. What else is new? Alright, mountain. Pass. We have the 4 white we need for the Invoke Justice. All we need is something to discard the portal. This is not good at all for us. Oh boy, we are being incredibly outvalued. Gotta try to exile those artifacts and graveyards right now. If this gets countered, it's probably the game. I mean, at least he doesn't get to Bankbuster this turn again, but ouch, ouch. Oh, he does get to Bank, but he gets his cake and eats it too, man. Brutal. Let's just try again. Oh, he draws, so he's digging. He's digging. Only cast Memory Deluge before Farewell, so it gets exiled. Another Celestis. Fable. And he dissipates that. Opponent didn't have a counterspell before, but he had one now. So that's indicative that that was the only one he had. I'm going to give it +1 in case he has a make disappear. I could pay the cost. Whoa, hang on here. I selected the wrong modes. Target player discards, and then target creature gets haste. One thing about Mishra's command you gotta know is you have to be able to choose two. So you can't just choose yourself to discard cards. You need to have a creature to target to deal damage to give haste to, or planeswalker to deal damage to. Without a creature or planeswalker on board, Mishra's command is a dead card. It cannot be cast. Not often relevant, but definitely comes up sometimes. I think it's one of the reasons that I had to cut some from the deck initially. Because when the first version of this deck, I was playing 4 copies of Mishra's Command. But I took 2 out, and I'm just playing 2 now, and it feels a lot better.
Feel the energy of battle.
Emperor's fine. There is no stick at all, so we are pretty confident opponent has no counter spells. Unless he draws one right now. He's going to get 2 draws. Potentially 3 if he passes with nothing. Triggers with the Celestis again. He doesn't want to discard anything. He's not sure what to do. Or is he just roping me? I don't think opponent's roping me. I think that last turn he was actually genuinely thinking about something. Then again, we know he doesn't have any counter magic, or we know he didn't have any counter magic. Okay. That's good. It's very good.
Remember your training.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. You don't have it, bro. You don't have it, Will. Will, you don't have it, bud. I am crossing my fingers. Please. Why, man? Like, there's nothing to think about there. Obviously, if you have it, you're gonna cast that. Why rope? Opponent is disrespecting, for sure. There's no world where you have to think about whether or not you counter that spell. He did get 2 draws to hit that last turn, and then he got another 2 to hit another counter spell. Hitting 2 counter spells in 4 draws seems kind of unlikely. Come on. Yes!
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. Let your blade do the talking.
Okay, he gets to keep his Warden, but we kill the Emperor, I think. We do not get to kill the Emperor. Okay, if Portal lives, we could still stabilize. We only have a Raffine's Informant. And opponent has no creatures. So maybe not. Maybe we're screwed. When it deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top X cards, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. So 4. And then it facts or fictions them. Cool. I'll put back. It's night right now. It sucks that it's night. Okay. Hope we gotta draw a land. No land. Okay. We don't need a land. We have mana to Justice. We don't want a Justice. We want the Cathar, because he's gonna flip next turn. Hopefully. Oh, good game. Opponent got us. A lot of counter magic. That's definitely one thing that top end heavy decks will suffer against. You know, we're built around getting one big card out with one huge spell. So when he's countering that constantly for 3 mana, it's a huge win for him. I despise losing to counter magic. It's just the way she goes. When I'm playing aggro decks that will destroy counter magic players, I don't get matched up against them because the algorithm doesn't like to do that. When I'm playing decks that lose to counter magic, it constantly matches me up against them because the algorithm likes to do that. It's a weird thing. Very weird thing. So, this hand, I'm going to keep it for sure. I just got to figure out what I'm going to put back. The Portal and the Fable are staying. I guess it's the Mishra's command, and we hold up Depopulate to try to stabilize. That looks like the way to me. Mono white mid-range. Normally a plains would be indicative of soldiers, but since I'm not playing an aggro deck, why would it match me up against soldiers? What? What? Not to mention the best soldier he could play, because I have Depopulate. But it's okay. We have the potential to turn 4 Portal. Yes. Okay, attacks, I eat the 1/1. Okay, discard this and the top land. It will discard the pain land, actually. We have all the white mana we need, so we don't care about losing red. We don't want to deal damage to ourselves. Oh well. We missed with the Fable. but we're in good shape still. Very good shape, I'd say. We'll get rid of the Adeline, and we'll attack, make a token. Next turn we have 6 mana to Sanctuary Warden. We don't even need to be reanimating stuff. The deck rolls on its own. This is one of those games that, if I was on the draw instead of the play, I would have gotten absolutely crushed. Put into the bulldozer, grind it up. Bulldozers don't grind things, by the way, in case you were confused. I just didn't make any sense. Okay, what the hell? Another Adeline, that's good for us. The attacks, we eat the 1/1. Our Depopulate is really bad in our hand, but that's okay. We don't have to cast it. I could play Cathar and attack, but I think against mono white, anytime you could slam, against any kind of aggro deck, anytime you could slam a Sanctuary Warden and you're relatively stable, that's definitely the play. He might Brutal Cathar on the Warden as like one of his only responses. Otherwise, Lay Down Arms can deal with it, but he needs six planes to do so. So if he does hit it with the Cathar, then Depopulate is unreal. And if he doesn't, the next turn I'm just copying it with Kiki-Jiki and we win. This game's as good as over. Opponent is roping us a lot. He could either be doing it maliciously or doing it because he's watching YouTube and Guardian of Benelia is, you know, keeping priority for him constantly. Your go, buddy. Still your go, my friend. Thank you. I might just cut this to the end of the video because opponent seems to have no moves here. Alright, I'm back. Opponent just scooped him up. I have no idea if I'm going to put this in the video or not. It was brutal. Brutal roping by opponent. GG, I guess. Damn, this hand is awful. We have 3 lands and nothing to do forever. All we need is a discard source, but like, I don't know. If we draw a Kiki-Jiki, this is a turn 4 portal hand. I don't know. Keep it and pray. Alright, I'll keep it. We're on the play, which makes us less likely to get ran over. But this could be absolutely awful. Wow, we hit the Kiki-Jiki. It's exactly what we needed for the turn 4 portal. Opponent once again playing a deck with the same cards as us, because the algorithm is incredibly stupid. I hate that. I wish it was just random, just completely fair. Oh man. Dude. We'll attack, see if he wants to trade. He does. That's fair. We kept 3 lands, how come we can't draw one? We need this treasure. Please. Yes. Yes, 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 game. We get it. We get it. That could lead to a scoop right there. Maybe opponent tries to fight it. He might have something to deal with Portal. Disenchant main board. What do I reanimate? The thing that kills a wedding announcement? Or a farmhand? I think this. And we'll destroy the one that'll make more. We'll attack. See where he's at. Chooses to take it. Makes me want to depopulate, actually. I think depopulate is good, right? Let's do it. Wedding announcement transforms next turn, so if we had 3 1/1s, it would have all been 2/2s. Okay. I think I just take the Lauren again and destroy his next. His, you know. Grab that, destroy the wedding festivity. We'll play Fable. And tap land. Does he remove the counter? He should. But he could be playing around another Depopulate. So he doesn't. We will grab a free planes from our deck. And I think it's just farewell time, right? With that angel in play. We don't have to exile graveyards or artifacts. We'll exile everything else. Do I want to draw a card? Probably not. Let's attack first. Might get in for some damage. We do. We get in for 2. That's cool. And we'll play the planes. Exile everything but artifacts. Maybe graveyards too, right? Yeah, there's one Ambitious Farmhand for us next turn, but we'll leave it in there. Okay, opponent, okay.
But I'm going to end it. Let your blade do the talking.
I think we're still in fine shape.
To me.
Farmhand. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We'll play the Warden. Hard casting it. And then we'll Raffine Informant. Alright, good game. So it puts us back up here. We're still 2 wins away from Mythic. We suffered some awful losses to Izzet Control and Mono Black Aggro. Got roped a couple times. If you're wondering about the rank, how we went from 1 to 2, I'm not sure what videos what games I'm gonna cut from this video, but there was just a couple games that were just awful, where opponent roped us for minutes and minutes at a time, and another one where opponent was playing mono counterspell and it was a 20-minute game where nothing happened. So I'll cut those for the video and hit Mythic next time, I guess. GG's, thanks for watching.